What is going on, guys? Lildogdog here. Today I've got a 2021 event guide for you. This one is for the Easter event this year, the Spring Festival. Now, before I hear your complaints about how crappy of a Easter event this is, there are things alluding to an additional Easter event occurring on April 1st this week, so hold back on the judgment first. And we also have to keep in mind development time has been going toward the login lockout and not toward the Easter event. So this is a minimum event, but honestly, it's better than nothing. A lot of people look forward to the holiday events in this game and actually come back to the game for these holiday events. Now, in this guide, I'm going to go over everything that comes with this event, all the activities you can do. I'm going to explain how to do them to you, what the rewards are. So yeah, we can get right into it. Before we do, though, I would like to suggest that maybe you subscribe. Like 8% of the people that watch my videos are subscribed, and I know you hear YouTubers say all the time, and it's usually somewhere around 20%, but being a guide maker, nobody really subscribes to you. That's kind of sad. So if you could, please take the time out of your day, hit that subscribe button, and maybe even like the video, comment down below if you've ever watched my videos before. I would appreciate it. All right, I will stop shilling. We can get into what this event has in regard to activities. So I'll just start off by telling you guys what activities are available in this event. So there are going to be 3 skilling based activities that were placed into the game as like an AFK type way to train, or non-AFK for better experience rates, as well as the way you can earn spring tokens. So for starters, there's potion brewing. This takes place at the actual event site. You can earn herblore or cooking experience at this site, and I'll tell you how to get the best experience rates for all 3 of these as well if you hang on till later in the video. There is also icon carving, which is going to be either fletching or crafting experience, as well as the stone celebration, which is dancing around a stone, but in doing that you can earn prayer or agility experience. So this event takes place just south of the Archaeology Guild and just north of the Alcura Desert. Jagex has gone ahead and transformed this area instead of the Lumbridge Crater, and I'm kind of fond of the change. So to actually get to the event, you are going to have a few options. The easiest option is going to be by going to the Community tab, where there is a Guthixian butterfly listed just to the left of the Yak Track logo and just to the right of the combat abilities. And then you can just click Teleport Event in the Event Rewards section. This is going to bring you right to where I just highlighted on the map, and it is going to give you access to these skilling options during this event. So aside from the skilling options, which we'll go over in just a moment here, there are some other things that take place at the site. So you do have this Guthixian looking tree, the Tree of Balance, who you can speak to, and he is basically the one who's going to give you the information about what is occurring at this site. So what's going on with the butterflies, what are my skilling options, all that good stuff. But if you interacted with dialogue, you probably wouldn't be watching this guide right now. Am I right? I'm right. So we're just going to skip right over that and get to the skilling opportunities. So the first skilling opportunity we'll talk about is going to be the icon carving. On the west side of the event area, you're going to see that there are these 3 basically tree stumps placed around that say like Guthixian butterfly, Guthixian icon, or automaton, and that you can carve them for either fletching or crafting experience. Now you're going to have an interface pop up in your inventory or wherever you keep your mini games tab, and you can choose what type of experience you want. Now, if you want the best experience rates and the best rate for your spring tokens, it's important that you're doing it on the one that is glowing. And note that when it changes, the individual standing just to the north of the icon carving will indicate that the glowing one, the best experience rates, has moved and then tell you which location. So to the south icon or to the west icon, for example. And like I said, you can't AFK this, but you'll get a much better experience rate and a much better rate of tokens by doing it on the icon which is glowing. Next, in the center, you have the Stone Celebration. Now, for this one, it does let you know that there is combat XP for prayer, so you can toggle that on and off. That was really nice of them to add. But once you agree to that, your character is just going to begin running around the stone here. Now, if you know in your minigame interface, You'll have the option to select agility or prayer XP, as well as the direction your character is going. It will indicate which direction is the best direction to go, so rather than having one of the three stations glow, like the icons or as you'll see the potions do, this one has the direction you need to go. Now I selected agility experience for this one when I did it, but personal preference. And then you can just run around this stone here and switch the direction to get the best experience and token rate if this is the one that you wanted to do. Next up, and last but not least, is the potion brewing. This one works very similarly to the icon carving in that there's 3 locations and one will be glowing at any specific time. Now this one, as I said earlier, offers herb lore and cooking XP, and you want to be using the one that's glowing to get the best XP and token rate. Now there isn't much more to say, just make sure that you're switching this one up as the locations change to the one that is glowing, and you can get your free Herblore XP. So let's move on to the rewards for this event. Therisk Semfire, located just north of the Stone Celebration, is going to be the individual who has the items for sale that you can purchase with your spring tokens. Now it looks like there is a title, an emote, as well as 2 different cosmetic outfits, as well as a bunch of items that you can buy that are related to experience. So you've got the lamps, the bonus experience stars, yak track skips, which is really cool, as well as event mystery boxes. And if they're anything like they used to be before I came back to the game, those small mystery boxes are probably going to be the way to go. Aside from the individual rewards, there are also rewards for the community as a whole. So for each million spring tokens that the community as a whole gathers, there are going to be different rewards. So these are increasing in 1 million increments. So for 1 million tokens gathered as a community, everybody will get 200 more spring tokens. Following the next million, everybody gets 2% bonus XP. And then following the next million, everybody will be able to catch 5 more yellow butterflies, which grant bonus XP and your lowest skill. The trend continues after that with an additional 1% bonus XP, 400 more spring tokens, and then another 1% bonus XP to bring it to 4%. Keep in mind this is as the community increases by millions. Then the next one will be a plus 5 increase to the amount of green butterflies you can harvest. The green butterflies grant you direct XP in your lowest skill. The next one is another percent increase to bonus XP, 600 more spring tokens, and lastly, it is a 6% bonus experience buff once the community gathers 1 million spring tokens. So now let's talk about the Guthixian butterflies. So there are going to be 3 different types of Guthixian butterflies: green, yellow, and white. So the green butterflies are going to grant you direct experience in your lowest skill, and you can catch 10 of these per day. The way I went about catching my 10 was just by teleporting to a lodestone that's not really in a populated area. So for example, Canifis. And I just ran around and collected the green butterflies. Now it appeared to me that the green butterflies were more populous than the yellow butterflies because I was only able to find 1 or 2 here in Canifis. But I could have gotten all 10 of my green butterflies if I had stuck. I actually did get all 10 of my green butterflies here. The yellow butterflies are going to grant you bonus experience in your lowest skill, and you can collect 10 of those per day as well. Keep in mind this is right at the beginning of the event, so by the time you actually see this video, you may actually be able to catch 15 of each, given that the community has reached those reward goals with the spring tokens. As you can see here, there is 1 more extra butterfly, that being the white butterfly. The white butterfly can only be caught 1 time per day, and it grants 5 times direct experience in your lowest skill. So just to give you some reference, I was getting 2,000 something experience per butterfly I caught for level 71 archaeology, which is my lowest skill. It appears that it does not apply to invention. So 5 times that, I got approximately 11,000 experience from that white butterfly for just clicking on it. And this is not something you have to do actively. If you're going to be playing the game, these are located all around Gielinor, so you can just grab them as you're playing, and you don't have to actually take time out of your day. This is just free experience fluttering around the game right now. So as I touched on earlier, I wasn't sure if the green and the yellow butterflies had the same spawn rate. because there were a lot more green butterflies in Canifis than there were yellow butterflies. But when I came to the Fremnik area, I noticed that there were almost more yellow butterflies than there were green butterflies. So it may just be a 50-50 and it was overpopulated in the first area I went to in Canifis. I'm not going to pretend to know everything, but I was able to go to those two locations, Canifis and the Fremnik area, and get all of my butterflies for the day in like 10 minutes. Now, there's also some illusions in the game indicating that the more butterflies that are gathered by the community, the more your experience goes up. You can also ask the Tree of Balance how many butterflies have been collected. So it seems to be that as this event goes on, these rewards may get a lot better. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me on this one. If this video helped you, please be sure to comment, subscribe, like, share, all those good things that YouTubers tell you to do because it helps the algorithm. I don't know if it really does because I don't pretend to be an engineer of any sort, but people say it does. And I would love to get these videos out to more people just to be able to help them out. So, enough said. Join the friends chat, check out other videos, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Check out my Twitch because I'll probably stream again eventually. But yeah, appreciate you guys immensely for the support. Thank you so much for watching.